Hello and welcome to Sound and Melodies. In this episode, we are going to show you how to use your keyboard in order to automate volume in your project. For example, we are editing this piece of song and poetry, and while the poem is going on, we would like to keep the musical part lower, and when there's a little silence in the poem, we would like to increase a little bit of volume for the musical parts. So that's our plan, and let's start it with configuration for the keyboard. And the keyboard that we are using today is Arturia Keylab 49 Essential. So let me go to studio setup, and here we have remote devices, under which there is a there's an entry called generic remote. Now this would not be here originally, you'd have to create it first. So to create that, just go here and click in the plus sign, and there is generic remote. You click that, and there is a new entry in which you do all the settings. You have to fix the settings and assign the knobs and faders to each options here, each control here. So we have done that already, so that's why I'm going to just remove that and use this. So I've removed all the entries and added two. The first one is called real audio, which I was using to work with my work with a film for music composition. So there was a real audio and there was a tempo click, because the tempo changed so much in course of the movie. I had to keep a tempo track, which if I didn't want, I could just bring it down, and if I wanted the level, I would just increase it up like that. And real audio for anything that was in the reel, dialogue, ambience, anything in the reel except for music. So I would use these two faders to my advantage. What now we are going is, let me just move this keyboard a little here so you can have a better look. Alright, so now what we are going to do is show you how to create a knob assigning. Alright, when I do click here and say add, there is one track that comes, and now I'm going to write the name of the track that I want to automate. For example, recording 2. So this is what I want to automate, and I'll just go ahead and call it recording 2, or let's say voice. Once that's set up, actually voice is poem also, voice. So voice singing, I'll say apply, and address. So this is the important part. Address is anything that is assigned to these knobs. I mean any numbers assigned to these knobs. So each keyboard and their manufacturers have their own assignments of numbers in faders. For example, if I move this, I can see in my keyboard that it says 73. There it says 73. So if I move this, here's 73. If I move that, it says 79. So I'll leave it like that. And what I am going to do now is click learn here and then move it. Now it says 75, and also it says 75 in the keyboard. So that's right. We have set up channel 2 as 75. Identified as this fader right here. So this is a receive and transmit. We need both of them. And now down here, if I click, it will just rename itself to whatever is here in the third place. Now will be renamed here. So voice singing, and it says not assigned. We want to assign this to a mixer. And then here we would want to select the channel that we want to automate or use this fader for. So this means we have to select recording 2 here, which is right here. I'll just select that, and it says -1. I'll just go ahead and click in volume. That's it, and I would just have to click OK. And now if we check here, we can move it like that. So this is step 1. This is just the device setup for what we are about to do. Now what we are going to do is just play along and set the volume. Alright, so I'm going to use my finger to just move it ever so slightly throughout the song. And to record whatever I'm moving here, I'm going to have to click on write automation. That's it. And once the automation is recorded, I'd have to just click on write once again and leave the read open. So this is the default state. And once we click on read automation, anything that is automated for this track will be active and will be reading and playing back. So this is channel 2, and let's click on write, and let's set this about here. We can also go ahead and edit it later once we have a crude idea of what we want. And also I would like to add auto scroll to see where there are gaps, and then so that I can pre-plan on my automation on those parts. All right, let's go. I don't have to press record because it is not recording by it is not recording any event or any audio, just the automation. So anything that we change during the playback while the write automation is enabled, it will be recorded. So yeah, keeping that in mind, let's go and start recording the automation.
ए दिदी, हृदयको ऐनामा नियालो एक फेर, तिम्रो मुस्कान कसरी चिटिक्क बन्दो रहेछ हेर, प्रश्न एक फेर सोध। यी बहिनी हिमालबाट ओर्लदा तराईमा सुसाउँदा जीवनको बिहानीदेखि सन्ध्यासम्मको नि यात्रामा कुन रङ्ग भर्न सकिएला, कुन रेखा कोर्न मिल्ला, असिनाले च्यातेका पातहरूमा, माटोले अँगाल्न बिर्सेका जराहरूमा अब के भर्नु पर्ला, आँखा खोलेर निहाल, तिम्रो निधारबाट झरेका पसिना पोख्ने कहाँ, हातको चुरा र पाउको पाउजु के मात्रै हुन् तिम्रा सिमाना, संसारै चुलो र त्यसको आगो तिम्रो उज्यालो मात्रै होइनन् तिम्रा चाहना, प्रश्न गर एक फेर, कृपया कृपया सोध सोध। एकाकी हिमालदेखि बगेका धारा, कतै कुलो त कतै काली गण्डकी, ठेस त लाग्ला कहिले पाऊ त कहिले मनमा, मिसाइदिलान् तिमीलाई धमिला ढलमा, तर गुनगुनाऊ मनका भावना, युगयुगानका वेदना, डगमगाउला पाइला, डराउला मन, गायनमा रसिएर आउला रोदन, रत्तेउलीको रमाइलो मात्रै कहाँ हो र जीवन, हजुरआमाले कयौं हाम्लाको रोहेकै छन्, ए छोरी किताबका पानामा लेखिसकिएकी छैनौ तिमी, तिम्रा विपना र कल्पना आइपुग्या छैनन् एकै ठाम, आत्तिएला बिहान, उराठ लाग्ला दिन, तर पल्टाउन नभुल्नु सपनाहरू रातमा, पल्टाउनु इतिहासका साधनाहरू, चाहे किन नपरोस् बनाउन अदालतै घर। आखिर आखिर तिमी नै त हौ आमा, तिम्रै त छ भर, तिम्रै त छ भर।
Okay, that was the automation that we wrote. Now you can see lots and lots of points have been added. These are the automation data. Now we are going to close it, close the write automation and check on what we have here, and then we will be just fine-tuning them.
ए दिदी, हृदयको ऐनामा नियालो एक फेर, तिम्रो मुस्कानको। ए दिदी, हृदयको ऐनामा नियालो एक फेर। ए दिदी, हृदयको ऐनामा नियालो एक फेर, तिम्रो मुस्कान कसरी चिटिक्क बन्दो रहेछ हेर। प्रश्न एक, नियालो एक फेर,
something like that.
तिम्रो मुस्कान कसरी चिटिक्क बन्दो रहेछ हेर। प्रश्न एक फेर सोध। यी बहिनी हिमालबाट ओर्लदा, तराईमा सुसाउँदा, जीवनको बिहानीदेखि सन्ध्यासम्मको नियात्रामा कुन रङ्ग भर्न सकिएला, कुन रेखा कोर्न मिल्ला। पसिनाले च्यातेका पातहरूमा, माटोले अँगाल्न बिर्सेका जराहरूमा अब के भर्नु पर्ला, जराहरूमा अब के भर्नु पर्ला। आँखा खोलेर निहाल, तिम्रो निधारबाट झरेका पसिना पोख्ने कहाँ। हातको चुरा र पाउको पाउजु कि मात्रै हुन् तिम्रा सिमाना। संसारै चुलो र त्यसको आगो तिम्रो उज्यालो मात्रै होइन तिम्रा सिमाना। संसारै चुलो र त्यसको आगो तिम्रो उज्यालो मात्रै होइनन् तिम्रा चाहना। प्रश्न गर एक फेर, कृपया कृपया सोध, सोध। एक आँखी,
So it starts.
कृपया सोध, सोध।
Right. So I would go like that.
कृपया सोध, सोध।
And go a little bit. Sorry, I'm gonna have to disable this from the group. Yeah, and reduce its volume a little. About 3 would be okay, and let's give it a fade, crossfade. It's taking a while, does not matter though. Okay, and we're gonna remove that and let's listen.
कृपया सोध, सोध।
Yep, that was too loud. So this is 0, this is -4. I'm gonna give it a -2.7.
कृपया सोध, सोध।
And not so loud in here, and not even that.
कृपया सोध, सोध। एक आँखी, हिमालदेखि बगेका धारा, कतै कुलो त कतै काली गण्डकी। ठेस त लाग्ला कहिले पाऊ त कतै काली गण्डकी। ठेस त लाग्ला कहिले पाऊ त कहिले मनमा। मिसाइदेलान् तिमीलाई धमिला ढलमा, तर गुनगुनाऊ मनका भावना, युगयुगानका वेदना। डगमगाउला पाइला, डराउला मन, गायनमा रसिएर आउला रोदन। रत्तेउलीको रमाइलो मात्रै कहाँ हो र जीवन।
See this fader moving automatically? That's what volume automation does.
ए छोरी, किताबका पानामा लेखिसकिएकी छैनौ तिमी। तिम्रा विपना र कल्पना आइपुग्या छैनन् एकै ठाम आत्तिएला बिहान उराठ लाग्ला दिन तर पल्टाउन आत्तिएला बिहान उराठ लाग्ला दिन तर पल्टाउन न आत्तिएला बिहान उराठ लाग्ला दिन तर पल्टाउन नभुल्नु सपनाहरू रातमा पल्टाउनु इतिहासका साधनाहरू चाहे किन नपरोस् बनाउन अदालतै घर आखिर तिमी नै त हौ आमा तिम्रै त छ भर तिम्रै त छ भर तिम्रै त छ भर
All right, that's it. So this is the automation that we have recorded. Wow, look at those spikes. So yeah, I'm going to reduce that, reduce the size of that, and keep the read automation enabled, and click here in show hide and just hide that. If I want, I'll just keep that like that, and we're going to lock it and see if, oh no, okay, that match. Nothing happens when I lock. Okay, I can't. Oh, all right, I understand. So we'll keep it like that. Everything else is ready, and we don't need the Tanpura audio here, so we're gonna keep it behind like that. Move it behind, and this is the part of our final audio. And let me go ahead and create bounce audio bounce selection. Should be asking me something if I want to keep and or remove the old file. Replace, oh yeah, events. I'm going to replace that, and also here I'll be bounce selection and replace that. All right, so we have a poem, we have the audio singing. And I'm going to expand the recording too by increasing a little bit of delay now that the main voice is poetry and not the music. So I'll be giving a bit enhancing in the musical part.
हृदयको ऐनामा नियालो एक फेर तिम्रो मुस्कान कसरी चिटिक्क बन्दो रहेछ हेर प्रश्न एक फेर सोध यी बहिनी हिमालबाट ओर्लदा
and I'll be adding, let's go like that, let's go to inserts, and I will be adding an instance of I am pusher in here, and that would be waves mastering stereo, and I'll just increase the stereo imaging and nothing else. I'll not touch anything else. I just want to increase the stereo sound.
ए दिदी हृदयको ऐनामा नियालो एक फेर
Looks like I'm going to have to add one more IM pusher with the same setting here after the neutron. Now what I can do is just click Alt and bring it there. Let's listen.
ए दिदी हृदयको ऐनामा नियालो एक फेर तिम्रो मुस्कान कसरी चिटिक्क बन्दो रहेछ हेर प्रश्न एक फेर सोध यी बहिनी.
Now what I'm going to do is try an experiment with moving IM pusher before neutron.
ए दिदी हृदयको ऐनामा
Now I know
नियाला
that
फेर
this
तिम
recording too has its volume a little bit louder. So I'm going to go negative 0.9 over here.
ए दिदी हृदयको ऐनामा नियाला एक फेर तिम्रो मुस्कान कसरी चिटिक्क बन्दो रहेछ हेर प्रश्न एक फेर सोध यी बहिनी हिमालबाट ओर्लदा तराईमा सुसाउँदा जीवनको बिहानीदेखि सन्ध्यासम्मको नियात्रामा कुन रङ्ग भर्न सकिएला कुन रेखा कोर्न मिल्ला असिनाले च्यातेका पातहरूमा माटोले अँगाल्न बिर्सेका जराहरूमा अब के भर्नु पर्ला आँखा खोलेर निहाल तिम्रो निधारबाट झरेका पसिना पोख्ने कहाँ
Okay, I found a part.
आँखा खोलेर निहाल तिम्रो
Yep, I could just do that.
आँखा खोलेर निहाल तिम्रो निधारबाट झरेका पसिना पोख्ने कहाँ हातको छुरा र पाउको पाउजु के मात्रै हुन् तिम्रा सिमाना संसार
Right. Now I will be adding, I'll be using the MIDI track here to make a range of headroom and tailroom for the audio. And okay, so let's go ahead and bring these audio parts a little here and listen how fast it starts. Okay, let's put it here. And there's some breathe going on. Okay.
ए दिदी हृदयको ऐनामा तिम्रै त छ भर
And this is here for tailroom.
तिमी पालनी कि तिमी पालनी कि तिमी पालनी
Okay, I don't quite like how it stopped. So I'll be trying to use less delay and see. What if we don't use delay? That sounds about right. What if we kept black hole in prefade? Sounds about good. So let's keep it 12.6. Post fader. Let's use that. And I would now use Valhalla Vintage Reverb here. That sounds a bit filled up. Okay, we can do that, and let's see where it ends. Yep, we can use this mats. So this is going to be our frame. What we can do now is, for example, if I'm there and if I want to select all of this, I'll just click here and select P, and it has its range now, which includes, of course, the tailroom. This is it, guys. You can use your keyboard that has faders and knobs to manipulate the faders in Cubase and knobs within the DAW and have a nice time creating music. or designing sounds or mixing, editing, anything. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you in next one. Have a nice day and have a nice day.